Alright, nerds, welcome back to the Descendant Saga, the YouTube channel for my series of science fiction books. Normally, I would be playing slow, methodical, sweaty, tactical first-person shooter SWAT team simulator game, Ready or Not. But today, I'm not doing that. I am, however, like I always do, going to remind you to stay hydrated. In case you didn't notice by my fancy pinky, I have hurt my hand doing outside manual labor stuff. Hence the sun shirt. It's free SPF because I live in a desert and it's hot and nasty and you need to stay hydrated. Anyway, to the exciting part. I'm not playing Ready or Not today. I am almost done. There's, I guess, 18 missions and we've played 14, so we'll be done this week. Today, we're playing War Thunder. I am the elusive Italian main. Back when I started playing War Thunder, seriously, I started playing War Thunder when War Thunder was new in 2012. But when I started playing it seriously, they had just added the Italian nations. And at the time, it had the fewest aircraft in the tech tree. It was the fastest route to get to jets. And I have since, without spending any real money, you can see I have one Golden Eagle. Without spending any real money on the game, I have grounded all the way, the entire Italian tech tree up to jets. You can see all these planes are red because jets are expensive, and I have turned off the auto repair because I'm trying to save my Silver Lions. So today, since I've hurt my finger and don't want to be slamming buttons with my pinky, we're going to play some War Thunder because I can do that mostly with mouse. We're going to play some ground RB. I have low tier. I got a couple boosters here. We're going to play two matches, low tier and mid tier. It seems my low tier vehicles are still repairing because I have to wait for that since I've turned off the auto repair. So I just wait for the free time repair, which is usually not very long on these low tier vehicles. As you can see here for the L3, it's 24 minutes. Anyway, so I guess we'll start with the mid tier, or what I've got labeled as mid tier. I know it's only a BR 2.3, but I've got this thing. Has no machine gun, has no turret. It's as basic, as simple as you can get self-propelled gun. It's not very fast. The armor is not very good. But that's par for the course for Italian. The gun is decent. So I'm going to start with that. And hopefully get enough points, or capture a point to get enough points so that we can bring this fighter. At this BR is my favorite Italian plane. We're here to make lions, so I'm going to start with the lion booster. Because, especially for GRB, because I have not one, not two, not three, well, not one, not two, but three bombs, as you can see here. And with a combination of 7.7 and 12.7 millimeter machine guns, it's got enough guns, it can do a thing. But with the rugged radial engine and the bombs, it's really a good ground pounder and enough guns that it can do things in the air as well. And if I don't get enough points for my plane, I have another tank and a SPAA, self-propelled anti-aircraft weapon. That I can back it up with on consecutive deployments. Speaking of things, I've been running an almost daily series of YouTube shorts now. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe so you can see all of those shorts, find all of the old ones from before, as I've been running a long-standing series of videos of, obscure stuff that I nerd out about that not enough people know. I started with weird things that happened during the space race, and ships, like naval ships, and now I've worked my way into airplanes. I have finished my segment on obscure Soviet planes, and now we're going to not fall down, but stick our feet into a very deep rabbit hole of obscure, I'm not going to say the Nazi word on YouTube, because YouTube probably won't like that, but, they had lots of wonderful planes, yeah? We're going to look at these planes that wanted to establish the 1,000-year Reich, yeah? They conquer Europe. Or at least they tried, and they failed. Because, you know, murder is bad. Unfortunately, the only way to defeat murderers is to be better at murder than the murderers. So, 2 world wars. That's all I got to say. But, please, subscribe to the channel. Follow me for more, because I'm going to be putting out, at least for a while, daily content. Short, exciting stuff about weird airplanes. Alright, that guy on the left is already dead. I want to get onto the Charlie point here. If I can hide behind this white building and capture it. Woo, glad I'm short and he was able to shoot over me. There's one advantage of an SPG. I don't have a big SPG being self-propelled gun. I don't have the height of a big old turret sticking up, so it makes me a smaller target to hit. Anyway, zone captured. I now have enough points to spawn my airplane. So, while I'm not just going to throw my life away, it's not going to be a huge deal if I die. And they're dropping artillery all over us now. I'm going to see if I can get across the street behind this other white building and set up my gun so that I can shoot at tanks on the enemy team that are trying to get to this point where we just captured. Now, there's a wall in the way. As you can see, being a self-propelled gun, I have a big old cannon, or at least big for the time frame, with multiple kinds of ammunition unlocked. I've got 20 rounds of the standard armor-piercing ammo, a little bit of the high explosive, a little bit of the capped stuff, which is kind of a delayed high explosive. It penetrates armor and then explodes inside. However, it is not as... I'm going to hide behind this wall, because I am short, so nobody coming from that direction will see me, and I can watch this hilltop. So my number 3 choice of ammo down there is, ooh, I can still see over the wall with binos. It doesn't have as good armor penetrating capability as the armor-piercing ammo, and it's not as much... And they killed my gunner. I knew I shouldn't have stuck my head out like that to look. It's not as much explosive damage as the high explosive, and not as much armor penetrating as the armor-piercing ammo, but it does a little of both. And then number 4 is the smoke ammo. The enemy planes are already up. I'm going to peek the corner here. So if that guy comes round, let's move up to the corner. I'm here to earn silver lions. Reverse, reverse. He missed. And now I have all this fire and smoke. Cover my advance. What a waste of an airplane, buddy. He's on the enemy team. I'm glad he wasted it. Alright, what are we looking at? That tank is dead and burning. seems our team is spawn camping already. So I might not even get to spawn into my airplane. What a shame.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
Oh, he's shooting at the airplane. Something I can't do because I don't have a machine gun. Which is my single biggest complaint about the Italian vehicles, especially at low tiers. They all have magazine-fed machine guns. So, you get, 20 or 30 rounds. When dealing with tank-on-tank combat, you get one little burst, and then that's it. You gotta reload the gun, or they're not belt-fed. It's garbage. On some cases, the Italians tried to mitigate this by mounting 2 magazine-fed machine guns side by side. So in theory, you have 60 rounds. You fire one gun for 30 rounds, then you fire the other gun for 30 rounds. But the game does not work so well. I was going to shoot the cannon at him, but I couldn't move the gun fast enough. The game doesn't work under that theory, so when you press shoot, it shoots both guns at the same time. So you get 2 guns for 30 rounds. So you don't increase... There's an overall increase in firepower, but it's not an increase in the amount of time you can fire. This is just sad. I absolutely hate it when this happens. I don't know what else to do, though. We're just kind of chilling. So, a little update here. I am a science fiction author. I write books. I've written a lot of books. And some of them were published. My publisher, however, shut down. They stopped being a publisher. Because COVID. Oof, that was a 1,000-pounder. Not only is that guy dead, that guy no longer exists. There's no body to call dead. He just got deleted. Alright, let me back up a little bit. See if I can shield myself behind this rock. Gun articulation I've got here. Keep waiting for somebody to spawn. It's not happening. So, I've started my own publishing company. If you can hear, I don't know, I have multiple mics because I'm working on an audiobook. I'll get there. I don't know if you can hear on this mic because the other mic is the good one I've been using for the audiobooks. I'm running 3D printers because this publishing company and I also have a merch store. So check out the links down in the description for the Etsy shop with Nerdsmith Consolidated. We've got goofy 3D printed nerd stuff. Helldivers drink coasters because stay hydrated. So the 3D printer's running. I've got my other mic set up because I'm working on audiobooks. I have now actually recorded all the audio for the book. The first book in the Descendant Saga series titled Altar of Scales. And after I'm done with this video and upload it so you guys can see it, I'm going to go straight into audio editing. Because after I'm done with the video editor, I'm already here at my computer, complaining because I hurt my binky. So I'll go into audio editing. I'm gonna move because this is getting boring. I'm bored. I'm sure the audience is bored. I gotta do something. I didn't even get to use my plane. Nobody was good enough to kill me, even though I made stupid decisions and got one of my crew members killed. So, ooh. That guy that was chilling with me just got schwacked. So there's somebody behind us. They must have just spawned when we drove past. Yep, there he is. It's an M3 Lee. And he took out my transmission. And he's gonna just sit there and reload because I can't move now. And hit me with a second shot. I told you moving was dumb. But that's okay. Look at our plane now. I have 200 kilo bombs, which works out to about 220-ish pounds, and a 250 kilo bomb, which is about 540, 550 pounds. I don't know. I don't speak metric. I'm American. But I'm a big fan of the P-47 Thunderbolt. If I had to pick one favorite airplane, because I'm an airplane nerd, that's not an easy question to ask, even though that's the question everyone asks. If I had to pick one airplane, it would be the P-47 Razorback Thunderbolt. This is the closest Italian equivalent to that airplane. And therefore I have chosen it. There's not many like it. Screwed that phrase up. There's many like it, but this one is mine. Anyway, we didn't do squat in that game. Other than capture that point early on. Look at that. I got 4,500 lions. That's nothing. Like, I don't think that's even enough to repair a jet. Let's go look. Talisman? What's even a talisman? What does this do? Alright. Okay, this guy, 800 lions to repair it. I can deal with that. We'll spend our research booster and run another mission, because we didn't do anything there. Alright, 4,500 lions. Oh, look, this needs 5,000 lions to repair it. It's not even a jet. What a waste. I have, part of my complaint, I have silver lions, but I can't buy the plane. Because I haven't unlocked this plane. Because I was researching this plane. And then the game updated, and they added these couple of planes. After I'd already started that. So now that I've completed the research, and they're like, yeah, but you can't have it now, because we added this other thing behind you. Which is lame. It's alright. I got my research booster on. And there was only, 800 lions to repair my 7532. I'll come back with a big cannon. It'll be great. So while we wait for the next match to load, let me tell you about my fantastic audiobook. Because... oh, look, we found another match. This book was already published by my publisher that shut down during COVID. No longer exists. You see their little symbol here on the back. The Immerser is no longer an entity. Nerdsmith Consolidated and I have formed a publishing company. We're going to print a second edition of this book, no longer called The Descendant. It will instead be called Altar of Scales, because the second edition has been improved in every way, except for the cover art. My grandfather's hand-painted watercolor cannot be improved upon. It is the greatest thing since Frank Frazetta. Since we're not Russian, we're not going to rush B, we're going to rush A. Anyway. Part of this second edition that is better edited, better worded, revamped, all the crutch words taken out, extended, it's 15, 20-ish, it's like 17.25% longer if you want to get real technical by word count. Because I've added, I've added the antagonist's point of view. Now, because I'm not a tank, I'm a self-propelled gun, I don't have the flexibility to deal with multiple targets quickly. So I'm not going to be first in there. Fortunately, I'm not alone. I'm going to let the other guys speak, and then I'm going to help. Alright, artillery fire already. That guy's dead, that guy's dead. Alright. I'm gonna sit in the corner here. And oh look, a victim. Oh look, another victim. Your machine guns. Let's load the high explosive. Because he doesn't have enough armor that just, went through and didn't do anything. Come on, load the high explosive. And I missed! Come on. And he's stuck. This is ridiculous. Load. Please. Thank you. Finally. Now we'll go back to the armor piercing. See, now you see why I brought all the different kinds of ammo. Alright. I'm gonna get off of the X now with my lightning fast reverse speed. There appears to be a tank over there. I can see him through the rubble of this warehouse. I'm gonna see if we can get a peek on him and take him out. I'm so pleased that my garbage Italian armor... Oh, the freaking wobble because I parked. I'm so pleased my garbage Italian armor was able to withstand all of those 50 caliber hits. There. Jeez. My aim is bad, and I do feel bad. Alright, friendlies have already moved past the point and are securing the back line, so I'm going to assume it's safe to move up. And we're gonna swing this corner so I can watch the entrance for guys like that. Oh, look. Surprise! Now I spend some time to reload. I hear lots of engines from vehicles moving around. I don't know how many are friendly, how many are enemy. But there are friendlies over there. So hopefully they're dealing with that, and I'm just gonna keep watching the approach. And that's not a friendly plane. It's always scary playing as a tank and that shadow passes over you. Anyway, my bigger, better book is about to come out. We don't have an exact date. I'm aiming for June 1st. Today, let me look, is May 18th, so give me 2 or 3 weeks. The manuscript is very good and ready. There will be ebook and paperback versions available through Amazon, and that's why I was talking about my fancy mic. I'm working on the audiobook. It has now been recorded in its entirety. Nice! And I'm just editing the audio. I'll move up a wee little bit. Man, this is loud. Airplanes everywhere. Alrighty. Now I can see in there. Wait for the smoke to clear. Got this thing on my left. Oh, speaking of things on my left. Come on, buddy. And a glancing blow. And now I'm gonna die. Reload the gun, reload the gun. Oh, a glancing blow. Oh, look, bombs. Oh, look, there's something else moving down there. Critical hit. Something. Crew member down. And now he's obscured. I can't see him. Still down there, apparently. He's hiding so he can repair. And somebody else finished him off. At least we got some kills this time. And that was an airplane. So at least we got some kills this time to earn us some lions and research points. How long before someone else spawns? Friendly BT-7 going in. Anyway, long story short, I'm a nerd. I nerd out about a whole lot of things, like airplanes and tanks and spaceships and history. And I nerd out about these things so much, I've written my own book. And then, I got that book published. And then, fate being a fickle mistress, COVID happened and my publisher shut down. So I've opened my own publishing company so that I can publish books. Because I'm a nerd. And if you're a nerd, please buy my book that's about to come out. Check out the links down in the description. You know, subscribe to my newsletter. It's not annoying. It's once a month, where we post an update on the book, and there's a short story, you know, as a free bonus, and, you know, help a starving artist. And, you know, I hurt my finger. Oh, look, 6,300 silver lions. Whoopee. So, subscribe to the channel, follow for more, stay hydrated, and come hang out. There's going to be a link to the Discord down in the video description. We can nerd together. We can nerd harder. I'll see you there.